Hi, so I'm Audray Souche. I'm the Regional Managing Partner of DFDL. I've been working in Southeast Asia for almost 20 years. I worked in Cambodia, in Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, and I've been working in Thailand for 8 or 9 years. And DFDL is a regional law firm employing more than 300 people. We have 160 lawyers coming from very different backgrounds and different regions of the world. So it's a very diversified, multicultural firm, a very nice environment. More than 25 years ago, when DFDL was established, the DNA of the founding partners, the driver was to establish presence in, at that time we were still calling those countries developing countries, where international firms would not have had a presence and where you did not have yet the volume of the foreign investment, but still you could see coming some large investment projects. So they have established a presence in Cambodia, in Laos. The focus was local presence. But from this local presence, we developed a regional network and a regional expertise, so a regional value that we bring to our clients. Today, it's more than only being on the ground. It's also the ability to provide local legal advice and tax advice with the added value of a regional expertise. So we have regional advisors who are able to bring either a specific expertise on some particular works, or who have the experience of working in different countries and have the ability to manage a legal project with a proper project management approach in a multiple jurisdiction. And that's a real added value for the client, that they can rely on us to coordinate these multi-jurisdictional works. If you go to Ho Chi Minh City, for example, it's not the same city as what it was even 10 years ago. So these flows of investment, which are visible in statistics with a very high FDI attractivity in our region, it has definitely been for us in our industry a driver of our own growth. With some, not issues, but we are almost a bit dependent on foreign direct investment. We can see with a crisis like COVID-19 that you also need to have your strengths on the local market and cannot be only relying on the inflows and outflows. So that has been really something transformational in the region and on which we have leveraged our growth. I think if we look at Southeast Asia, it's also something that has been very interesting in the last 10 years at least, is the volatility of the foreign direct investment and an opportunistic approach of foreign investors in comparing the different countries of the region. I'm thinking of Myanmar today, of course, which was very popular a couple of years ago, and of course now. So there is this circumstantial, I would say, volatility that has been very visible in our works, with a very strong outperformer, Vietnam, that has been marking extraordinarily the business of DFDL in the last couple of years, with a very steady growth of Vietnam and the investments in Vietnam. Another important change of the last couple of years is probably the rise of regional conglomerates. So if we look at the structure of our client portfolio 15 years ago and now, it has changed entirely. If we would look at the list of our, let's say, 50 best clients 15 years ago, we would have had primarily Western clients, international organizations, many European clients. We still have some of those. But if we look at the largest projects, most of our clients will be regional conglomerates, regional investors. It's a very strong trend, and it's very much associated to our growth and to our strategy, accompanying those conglomerates with international standards assistance for their financing, for their M&A transactions in the region. So that's where the regional value I was mentioning earlier is very important. In our industry, in the legal industry, as the common opinion is that lawyers are not very innovative and quite traditional in their mindset, and that's certainly true. We are probably a bit late in capturing the benefit of the digitalization. Now, because the industry is also driven by a number of mega large firms who have this financial capacity to invest, we have also seen a lot of transformational projects coming from those firms. We do a lot of work with these international firms. So we are ourselves taken in this trend, and we are adapting to these new tools. That has been definitely something we have seen for a couple of years, and if you attend legal conferences, it's all about AI and legal tech, and you don't need juniors to spend hours reviewing documents. All those things could be automated. The reality is that we are not there yet. There is a gap between the fantasy and especially in our region. In our countries, you have very few procedures, governmental procedures, administrative procedures, which are really digitized. So you still need to do a lot of research physically on the ground. Now, when it comes to the sort of works we are doing, we have seen definitely an evolution and an effect of the digitization of the business, because a number of our clients themselves are changing their business model. So they will come to us and ask us to analyze, is it feasible from a regulatory perspective? How do I structure this in terms of license, in terms of corporate structure? How do I arrange my documentation? So we have done a lot of those works, and it has been quite successful for our firm, as we have developed also some dedicated practice. We have a fintech practice led by my partner Audray. So yeah, it's a wind of novelty that we have embraced now a couple of years ago. Culturally, lawyers can work very autonomously, and we are not very much dependent on equipment other than a laptop. So it's really easy to work from home. It has been definitely a driver for change, and it is a strategic decision that one has to make. Do we want to go further and to reduce the size of our office and have more people working from home on a permanent basis? At this stage and in our country, we feel that it's really important that you keep the human element of the working relationship within a team, but most importantly with the client. So we will try to find the right balance. I was going to say it's going through a profound change, but if you read the literature that followed the 2008 crisis, it was already the same. And when you go through these analyses, it was exactly the same challenges, that clients want more, they want more value for less fee. The importance is to be as agile as possible and to always adapt and to always be focused on our clients' needs. This industry in general is becoming more and more sector focused, so that the lawyers can bring more sector knowledge to their client, more market information, and be less limited to what we call the lawyering of things, drafting documents, arranging for signing. That time is over, and our clients expect more value from us. For DFDL, it's all about continuing our growth, growing in geographical terms. We do not yet cover the entire ASEAN region, and we are certainly looking at doing so soon. We are now part of a group. As a regional firm, we have sister firm in other regions, and there is an ambition to create a global network of regional firms providing first-class services at the local level. So there is this new ambition, which is even beyond ASEAN region. Most importantly, it's really about building expertise in the key areas of our practice. Energy and infrastructure, which is our historical core area of practice. M&A, as our region is becoming super vibrant in terms of M&A. We have great M&A lawyers who can train and really bring up the local team to international standards in this area, and continue expanding, grounding the uniqueness of our integrated tax practice. As part of the tax practice, we are to develop a transfer pricing practice, and there will be a lot of needs in this area. So it's all about growing. Thank you.